Introducing to you first, the challenger on my left, fighting out of the blue corner. Wearing black trunks with blue and red trim, he weighed in at 9 stone, 13 pounds, 5 ounces, or 139 1/4 U.S. pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign in the ring with a record of 21 wins, no losses, 11 wins coming by way of knockout. From Palm Springs, California in the United States, ladies and gentlemen, here is the WBC #1 ranked super lightweight contender and challenger known as Desert Storm, Timothy Bradley. And his opponent across the ring is the defending world champion. On my right, fighting out of the red corner, wearing multicolored trunks, he weighed in at 9 stone, 13 pounds, 7 ounces, or 139 1/2 U.S. pounds. His record stands at 36 wins, 1 defeat, and 2 draws, with 21 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, he makes the 3rd defense of his title from Sheffield by way of Bradford, England. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the defending WBC Super Lightweight Champion of the World, Junior the Hitter Witter. Once again, a referee in charge, Massimo Barrovecchio, now to give instructions.
Remember that today in dressing room, no rabbit punch, no headbutts, no low blow. Okay? Good luck, shake your hands.
The key here, age. Witter, 10 years older. He's fought 90 more rounds than Bradley, and he's been facing world-class opponents for 10 years.
This is a WBC title fight, so the rules apply. Big thing to consider in case of an accidental foul, they go to the scorecards after the start of the 5th round. We're in the 1st now. It's a small ring. Junior Witter now fights southpaw. He will switch effectively. He will just put that offense in motion, Steve. Love to see it happen. Nothing wasted. He's always in position to punch. So that style really works.
I asked Witter, why does he switch so much? He said it's all about finding openings. So he doesn't do it necessarily because of what his opponent is doing to him. It's to find the right angle to land his shot.
And I think that's the way to do it. I think that's an excellent strategy. As for Bradley, he's in the black, red, and blue. He said he's going to see what Witter has. And if Witter brings a lot of heat, he's going to back off a little, play it very cautiously.
Amateur experience, Timothy Bradley in 03 and 04 was a top U.S. amateur. Witter, a junior amateur champion in England, but not the pedigree that Bradley had. And experience, you see Witter with so many more rounds. He's been a pro a lot longer. Again, he's 10 years older.
Bradley's the shorter guy, but he's got the longer reach by 2 inches, so that's negligible, really. But Junior Witter has been southpaw this entire minute and 15 seconds of the fight. Now he's orthodox, and we see Bradley really trying to go to the body, and that's a strategy he's going to have. It's a concerted direction he wants to go, take Witter's legs away, take some of that tremendous mobility away from him.
But he's not going to get much of a chance to do it, Nick, if he stays outside. It's only the 1st round. I'm not going to criticize his strategy yet, but he's on the road. He's against a vastly superior opponent, and if he just takes it easy and tries to study Junior Witter, he's going to find what we already know, which is that Junior Witter is very awkward and very difficult to have fun.
Yeah, well, there an exchange there. Bradley got hit. Here comes Witter. He pumps a hook. Bradley some head movement. He's got a block and counter here. He's taking a step back now, but Witter picking his spots, setting the pace. So it's going to be pace. This fight all about pace, really, I think. Witter, both guys, though, Steve, superb condition. I haven't seen a bit of perceptible slowdown from Junior Witter at 34, and Bradley trained 10 weeks for this.
And Witter's style helps him, Nick. He doesn't fight a lot. You know, he waits. Witter
with the little baby hook. He's had that little jump hook from an orthodox stance. He'll lead with a jump hook. Now he's back southpaw, just pawing with the jab. Bradley trying to time that punch. But I really would like to see Bradley maybe doubling that jab and really stuffing that jab in Witter's face. Steve, very early, but so far Bradley looking composed, you know, and you could excuse him for being a little rattled, fighting here in the UK, a world title fight.
Well, I went to his dressing room maybe 20 minutes before the fight. He was very calm, very pumped up. I was impressed.
Yeah, I saw it. Same. I felt the same way. He finished the first.
Yeah. In slow. Just change him off. Just catch him coming in, but keep him going back. Don't let him. Listen, you control him. You control him.
Here's a drink, son. Right, nice and relaxed. That's good. Yeah? You're comfortable. You've got that shot off.
He's frustrated because he can get to you. Just keep it that way, okay? There's no need for you to go in there and look for him. Let him come look for you, okay? But be smart. Okay. Be smart, baby. Just like that. I don't want you to get careless, okay? Chin down. Hey, the right hand right here. Set it up, right to the middle. Sooner or later, you're gonna go the right hand to the top. Okay? You're doing good. I want that.
Yeah.
10 seconds, man. Let's go.
Good motivation from Joel Diaz, trainer of Timothy Bradley. You're doing good. Calm the guy down. Tell him tight defense. Work the body. That right hand will be open. He's got a very quick right hand. At least we've seen it on Showbox.
Yeah, and that was his best punch in the first round, his right hand. If he's going to box on the outside, he's got to land the right hand. And Witter, if he stays southpaw, will be doing Bradley a favor. It'll make it a little easier for Bradley to land that right hand.
You know, he really turns on that right, real short and very, very quick out of the holster. Now it's the champion Witter. He'll tie up as Bradley tries to push him forward.
And you can see how awkward Witter is, Nick. He's trained by the Ingalls, Brendan Ingle. If that name sounds familiar, they trained Nassim Hamed, among others. And they just teach their fighters, you know, they don't box in an orthodox manner. It's all about finding openings.
He's switched 3 times already. Now he's back southpaw. Bradley tying him up, and Witter looking at the referee. Massimo Barravecchio saying, watch the head of Bradley. We've seen Bradley lead with his head before. Crowd wants more action. Nice left hand and return fire from Bradley as he unfurls that right. Jabbing together. There's that right hand, but look at Witter's elusiveness to get out of the way. But Bradley putting heat on right now, tying up Witter. Good sequence for him, Steve.
I think it was Witter tying Bradley up because Bradley was getting inside there. Again, Witter doing the grabbing there. He does not want to be inside.
Here we see Bradley now. He's digging to the body with that jab. Trying to stuff it low. But he's got to follow up, as you said, Steve, if he has any aspiration to take away Junior Witter's legs. Witter with the jab himself. He's back orthodox, as you see. He's on the right. Bradley sticks, covers, eats a jab there. Double jab from Witter, but he gets him on the way out with another left hand. Very cautious, but a good pace to this fight, Steve.
Good pace, and if there's been a difference over the first 4 minutes, it's 5 minutes, it's been Junior Witter's jab. I think he's landed it. Bradley's not landing his jab at all.
Bradley went underneath those shots and came back with a right hand. Good point, Steve. There's that southpaw, but it's Witter trying to, just spins off a champion move there. Bradley walked into a shot. His hands are up. Will Witter go to the body? He's back orthodox. Pumps the jab. He's looking for that little lazy, that left hook. I shouldn't say lazy, but that leaping left hook as a lead, maybe.
Good right hand by Bradley there.
Yeah, Bradley back. Bradley trying to come forward. He doesn't want to walk straight into this guy, though.
Hey, boy, not much to choose between them in the first 2 rounds.
Right,
very little.
Well, just to remind you again, an Italian, a Mexican, and a Belgian are judging this fight.
He's getting frustrated because he can't do nothing. You already got him down. You're watching everything he's doing right now. Okay? Keep it like that. I don't want you to get careless, okay? Don't get careless at any moment.
That's the way to put pressure on him, though, baby. You gotta use that jab. Touch him to the body. That's nice.
He's trying to counter you with a hook, okay? Remember, when he's like this, he's trying to just hook on the side. And when he turns, he wants to let go of the
Action
right
from
hand.
round 2. We talked about Bradley's right hand. You'll see Witter Southpaw stance. Bradley keeps firing it. Doesn't come close to landing it there because he's a little too far away. But watch what happens now. Bing. Witter was leaning away from the shot. It wasn't a solid blow, but it was a scoring blow.
Speaking of scoring, how do you have it, Steve?
Yeah, one apiece. 19-19, Nick.
Wouldn't argue that. Witter out southpaw again. And here comes Bradley turning tables. Now he's going southpaw. He'll go back. He has switched. He told us yesterday he would. But there's no doubt Witter's the more effective switch hitter. Witter just pawing, though, with that jab. Don't like what you see there. And Bradley trying to time it, get inside, sneak those shots to the body. Really fighting low, isn't he?
Bradley's a very short junior welterweight. He's 5'6". Funny thing is, his reach is 2 inches longer than Witter.
One thing impresses me about Witter, many things do, though. Not a lot of running around, you know, but he just knows how to use the ring beautifully. Really tight turns, fights very quick. That right hand may have grazed Witter. I doubt it, though. So Witter pulls away from that counter from Bradley. Very cautious third round here. We're in Nottingham, England. The WBC Super Lightweight Championship belt of Junior Witters is on the line. The American invader Tim Bradley is here to take it. Bradley, little head movement there, trying to get rough inside. And Witter appealing to the referee, watch your head. And Massimo Baravecchio warns Bradley that. Nice, there's that little leaping left hand from Bradley. And a right, or I should say from Witter, and a right from Bradley that missed.
That leaping left hand by Witter, you wouldn't teach that to a young fighter, but he makes it work. He's off balance and he can be countered.
Yeah, I'll throw it southpaw, but also from the orthodox stance. There's that jab as Witter looking effective now from that stance, controlling the ring here. Nice body shot from Witter, so that hook starting to work for him.
You'd never know that Bradley has the longer reach by 2 inches. If you just saw them fight right now, the way they're boxing, you would think Witter had the longer reach by 2 or 3 or 4 inches.
Yeah, he's really stepping out of range when he wants, making the fight, fighting really quick. Witter pulling back now, trying to draw Bradley in. Body shot from Witter. Bradley waiting, trying to get that right hand down the middle in. Witter hoping to get Bradley to bite and create an opening. Bradley's waiting, he's retreating now. Both guys miss.
I don't love it, Nick. I don't love all this waiting. He said he'd turn it up after about 3 or 4 rounds, Bradley, but it's going to be tough for him to win fighting this style. When he's on the outside, his only weapon is his straight right hand. That's all he's got.
How about Witter from a distance? He's got the angles, he's got the switching, and he's been effective enough offensively, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, he's jabbing and he controls pace. He goes slowly. He minimizes the exchanges when he's at a distance. That's what Witter does.
Work off that jab and keep it in Bradley's face. I think that's what Bradley has to do to Witter for openers. Bradley backing up. Looks like he's trying to find range to unload that right. Witter just walking to Bradley. Bradley just looking to counter with that right hand. It's a pretty sloppy fight for two guys who sharpshoot pretty well.
Well, Junior Witter's been negative in his career. And negative is a sort of a British boxing term, and it means that he's a spoiler. Doesn't land a lot of shots, doesn't get hit a lot.
Looks like he just grazed Bradley with that left cross. Witter looks very comfortable fighting southpaw here, but not doing anything with the jab. No, uppercut from outside misses badly, so Witter looking very amateurish there, and Bradley not biting on a thing. Bradley to the body again with the jab. Good head movement from Tim Bradley. They want Bradley to start moving side to side. Don't walk in straight. But you know what? He's hesitating, Steve.
I feel he's playing right into Junior Witter's hands. I want to see pressure from Tim Bradley. I want to see him go for the win. Maybe he gets knocked out going for the win, but at least he'll go home knowing he tried to take the title home with him.
Absolutely, and he's 10 years younger. You know, he's got to have the fresher legs. There's no doubt about it. Even though Witter, as we said, superb condition. There we see a little mugging from Bradley, and ahead again, a warning from the referee. We'll be watching that.
Younger legs for Bradley, yes, but at this pace, Witter could box, what, 25 rounds?
No doubt. That double right hand from Bradley, the second one caught Witter on the way out. No real damage. Witter just with a rush. He just bull rushed him there. His hands were down. Now he's back. Conventional stance where I think his jab is much more effective when he's orthodox.
Yeah, Witter hasn't landed a jab yet this round.
Well, he hasn't, certainly from the southpaw stance. He just paused with it. He smokes it more from this orthodox stance. He's doing it there. Bradley gets out of the way. Now it's back to southpaw for the champion. Champion with a body shot. There's Witter just showing the lead hand here to set up that left. And he whips a left cross that connects. Trying to bait Bradley, and Bradley walking in without punching, Steve. There's a little hot dog showmanship from the champion. Bradley not coming in behind that jab to close distance. He's just walking to the champion.
Bradley has to keep his punches short because Witter is a master of distance, and he's been out of range.
Have you fun in there? Okay, you know what he's trying to do, right? Hey, he's lunging in. I know you're ready to start. Okay. I want you to just maintain that pace, baby. Okay? Maintain that pace. You're under control. After the fifth round comes, you're gonna start picking it up. Okay? Right. By now, you're supposed to know what he's got. Okay? He's getting desperate already. He don't know what to do. He can't get to you anymore. Okay?
Hey, just hit that jab on him. You keep him busy with the jab. That's beautiful. You gotta keep doing that, okay? Keep busy on it.
Action from round 4. I said before that if Bradley's going to fight from the outside, he's really limited to one punch, the right hand. He's going to have to land it again and again. See a second look at this here. You see Witter in the southpaw stance should make the right hand a little more effective. He doubles up on it in the second shot, landed, but not with a lot of power. He's not going to jab Witter. He's not going to punch to the body if he's from the outside. He's going to have to land that right hand Nick again and again and again.
I'd like to see him come in behind that jab, though. Maybe land the jab and then set up that right hand a lot better. You agree, you know, Joel Diaz, trainer of Bradley, had his world title shot, and it slipped away. You know, he told him just keep this pace, take your time. Witter's looking desperate. There wasn't any urgency in that corner. This could be a one-shot deal. Bradley loses this, back of the line, baby.
Back of the line, and 24 or not 24, there's no guarantee he gets another shot. As you said, Joel Diaz had a shot at Philip Holiday and never got a second shot.
Yeah. Witter absolutely at his pace here. Oh, that left, that was just a slip. This is an experienced referee, will tell you. Massimo Barravecchio, about 20 title fights, including Witter's title win over DeMarcus Corley. He also refereed the Calzaghe-Kessler fight recently, or not that long ago. Bradley is in the wheelhouse here. He's close, but he's not doing any punching inside. Very, very cautious. There, a right hand connects from Bradley. It's a good head movement, may have set that up. Witter sort of deked himself out of position. Witter with that sneaky lead left.
Witter's reflexes are just outstanding, and that's why he's so difficult to hit cleanly.
Man, I'll tell you, this is a real sloppy fight, and the reason is, as you said, he's just a moving target. But give it to Bradley, he's not showing frustration anyway.
The irony here is that when Junior Witter first fought on American television on Showtime many a moon ago against Zab Judah, nobody wanted to see him fight again because he ran. Well, you don't see him running, but you see a very, very awkward fighter, sometimes amateurish, who fights at a slower pace.
He doesn't waste any movement, you know. He's not running around the ring by any means.
Yeah, and he doesn't have to either because he's not being pushed.
He's got to be pressed. You've got to see some pressure from Bradley at this point, you would think. Here he comes with the right hand, and he backs off again to set up the offense. Neither guy's discouraged the other with any big power displays, have they, Steve?
Not at all. It's not like Junior Witter is dominating this fight, hardly. How many clean punches has he landed?
I mean, how many hard punches? I think Bradley's got to throw some hard shots, and Witter, I would think, would have to make Bradley rethink these forays forward by nailing him like that. They tie up in the middle.
Bradley doesn't look frustrated. He's been encouraged by his corner. But if he starts gunning that right hand from too far away or gunning it without, without making it a straight punch, then you'll know he's starting to get frustrated.
He could run into a counter. Witter, a nice switch in that left hand. That's the example we were talking about. He went from southpaw to orthodox. Great position to punch and land with that left. He just missed with it, but he's still in good position.
It'll come, Junior. All right, it'll come. All right.
Right, deep breathe.
Come on. Come on.
Keep your head up. Keep your head up and deep breathe. That's it. In slow, it'll strike.
5 rounds. If you do this up, you're in front. You've won every single round. All you got to do is just before. Don't get. When he caught you with that shot, come back, but make sure you come off your jab first, right? Because you can't get past that fence. Trust me. You're scoring him with better shots.
Don't let him throw you. Don't go to the body. Don't go to the body. Keep to his head.
Only to break it up a little bit. Do you understand?
Don't go to the body. Keep to his head.
The only way you can get into it is to drag you into a fight. If you're tapping, you can't get past you. It's a bit like Demarcus Thorley doing it. For 7 or 8 rounds, you'll start getting running out of ideas and start throwing yourself at you. Yeah? Come on, you concentrate and focus what you're doing.
Guard, comes him off, and he comes on and hit him with his bump, but keep him going back to him.
The advice seems to be, Steve, from the Ingalls to Witter is headhunt and let the punches flow combinations. Do you agree?
If they're going to fight from the outside, yeah. Punching to the body from the outside is very dangerous because you can be easily countered, and that's what Bradley needs to do with the right hand. So I agree with the strategy.
Because Junior Witter's been able to control range in this fight. Bradley will walk forward. He's not doing anything, trying to set up that quick right hand of his there. The left hand lands from him as he turned with a hook. Bradley's back. I should say Witter back, conventional stance. There's Bradley trying to feint his way in, but Witter not biting on any of those. No jab from Witter, laying out the lead hand, this time from the orthodox. Long right hand misses from Bradley. Sneaky left lands from Witter.
Nick, in our fighter meetings, isn't this about the time of the fight Tim Bradley said he's going to turn it up?
Yeah, he just hit him with a nice right hand. Exactly. Let's see if there's follow up here.
These aren't easy rounds to score because, it's not like Witter's landing big shots either. Bradley's landing almost nothing. Very hard to give the rounds to Tim Bradley so far.
Bradley walking in, hands are low, but Witter doesn't make him pay. Nice left hand from Bradley. Bradley trying to chase down Witter. Witter now in retreat, using the ring.
And where was Bradley when he landed the left hook? Inside.
Yeah. Witter's back southpaw on the left. Bradley trying to juke his way in a little bit. Witter just waiting to pick him off from outside. But it's falling into a pattern. Bradley will do that, and then they'll rush and clinch. They'll rush him and clinch. Good left hand there from Bradley. So a couple of sloppy lefts have landed from Bradley. This is a very close round again, huh, Steve?
Yes, it is, and a little better for Bradley.
I think so, too.
If you're wondering about Witter's chin, down only one time in his career, his 5th fight.
Witter's been 12 rounds 5 times. Bradley never. We're in the 6th. Bradley trying to go to the body. Witter strictly going to the head. Oh, he ran into a counter shot, did the champion there. Bradley trying to follow up, but gets tied up. So this is Bradley's round so far with 35 seconds to go.
Problem is when you can count the punches landed on one hand, that's not good.
Yeah, I got 3. Bradley work off that jab. Too many single shots from both men. Right hand, and the champion's down. Crashing overhead right. Witter up immediately, but wow, that was a overhand bomb. And Bradley with time trying to close it out now. Witter holds on, he's in trouble. He's dancing away, he's down a 10-8 round easily. Huge, and Joel Diaz just grabs the challenger. Get back to the corner here. You're winning this fight all of a sudden.
You're a deep breathe. Give me some cold water. Give me some cold water. Hold that now.
Panic in the corner of the champion.
Come on. You got caught with a stupid shot because you were waiting, right? yourself up.
Yeah.
Right, listen.
Action from round 7. It's the first time that Bradley's really thrown an overhand right. I don't think Witter saw it. Mostly Bradley's been throwing straight rights. Watch again. Yeah, Bradley saw it, but he saw it after it made contact. That's a legit knockdown. And Junior Witter, very lucky that the round was virtually over when that happened. Well, we're at the halfway mark, Nick. You throw it up in the air. This is anybody's fight at this point.
Well,
but the momentum.
I'm throwing you to the scorecards. How do you have it?
57-56, Junior Witter. 10-8 in the 6th for Bradley.
Yeah, he was going to win that round anyway, and he did it decisively with that knockdown. So the champion's been on the floor only the 2nd time in his long career.
Bradley going for it, and he should.
He's mugging him now, yep. He's getting tough with him. He's getting mean. He's closing the gap, and he's going after him. He knows he got the Witter. He knows he's dropped him, of course. And we'll see how the champion regroups. What should Witter be doing, Steve?
Well, right now, Witter has to clear his head if it's a little fuzzy and holding is the right thing to do.
We don't know that, do we? That's a slip. Witter becoming a little unglued here, though, Steve.
And Bradley very composed. He has to go for it, Nick. He's on the road. He doesn't want to box and hear the judges give a decision. If he wants to win this fight, he should go for a knockout. We felt that way all along.
Exactly. Here's Bradley. Now he's starting to jab his way in. He's really trying to close the gap here. Gets a little wild there. Missed. Witter didn't make him pay, and then another wild right from Bradley missed. So he missed with a left and a right. But he is really trying to suffocate the champion.
Was swelling under Bradley's left eye. Not a problem yet. Something to watch.
Bradley with much more aggression now. Witter switches up on him, but not doing any punching. He's taking this round off. He could be clearing his head. You're right.
Well, with Bradley being more aggressive, Witter's going to have more opportunities. So far, he hasn't landed anything. And remember, judges like aggressiveness, whether it's effective or not. Well, I don't have to tell you who the aggressor is right now.
Well, Bradley, with that one fell swoop of a right, neutralized the champion's speed and elusiveness. Now it's up to Witter to start nullifying some of that aggression from Bradley. Left hand from Witter. Champion seems to have gathered himself. Bradley continually coming forward. Sunk a left hook to the ribs that was partially blocked with the overhand right. Landed. There's that right hand again. So quick hands from Tim Bradley.
First time he's really tried that punch, scoring the knockdown at the end of the 6th.
The champion's cut under his right eye.
Boy, a fight can turn on one punch, can it?
Yeah, and fortunes depending on when in the round that knockdown was, as you said. The champion got out of the round. Nice left hand from Witter.
Best punch by Witter in 4 or 5 rounds.
That was his power punch. He's got to do a lot more. He's got to throw in combinations, Steve. I haven't seen any combinations from him. There's that left hand again. Bradley content to cover up and now pull his way forward. He wants to make this an inside fight.
Bradley getting hit coming in creates a problem. Does he go for it and risk getting hit, or does he back off and box the way he did the first 6 rounds? I say he goes for it.
Goes for it, but you know, he tried to feint his way in before. That wasn't necessarily working. I think raw aggression here, not stupid aggression. Who'd you give the round to, Steve?
Bradley. Witter landed only 1 punch.
So it's now an even fight.
On my card,
this is your time. Start closing, okay? Start closing the gap.
All right, but that was loud.
Okay, you guys are lunging it, okay? All right, everybody relax. Everybody relax.
We got it.
Just keep them relaxed, okay, baby? Keep them relaxed.
He relaxed.
Jimmy, this is the time where you start closing gaps, baby. Here, right here. Okay.
Action from round 7. Watch the feet. Witter loses his feet there. Clearly not a knockdown. Good call by the referee. Then later in the round, Bradley, that's that overhand punch. Again, Witter, his hands are always down. He's never going to block any shots. He moved his head. The punch still landed. It was a scoring blow. And then Witter, very awkward-looking left hand from the southpaw stance. Hard fighter to figure, Junior Witter. Hard to defend against when he throws one shot at a time after waiting 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds.
Yeah, I absolutely think that anybody could start letting their hands go and land wins these fights. Start throwing, stringing shots together that do land. And Joe Diaz in Bradley's corner echoed what we've been calling for the American to close the gap. And he's trying to do exactly that again. Right hand from Bradley. Missed with the left. Right hand landed. Now he's mugging the champion all over. warning for tactics from Bradley by the referee.
And the referee, Baravecchio, can be a critical factor here because the point Bradley got for the knockdown, if he loses it for butting or being over-aggressive, that would be a killer.
What a thought. Junior Witter back to us now, pawing again. Just trying to create some kind of an opening, but he hasn't had a combination land, Steve, in many, many rounds. I want Junior to pick it up here. The champion, his belt in jeopardy so far, it would seem.
Oh, yeah, this is anybody's fight.
Bradley hanging there. He's felt Witter's power, and he's not afraid of it, Steve. It's obvious he's not going to back off because of that. He may run into some combinations, but he feels he's stronger. And he's dumped the champion on the canvas. I would say he is.
And that experience of Witter's coming in handy right now.
Oh, Witter, just that single shot. Bradley was open. Steve, it's adjustment time for Junior Witter. Is he just hanging cool, saying, I'm in the fight? How could he be?
Well, you can see when he leads how awkward he looks and how badly he missed that left hand.
He doesn't look like he could solve Bradley. He's having as much issue solving the challenger as Bradley is the champion's awkwardness and elusiveness.
Witter, I think, better served to fight orthodox. A, he can land the jab better, as you pointed out earlier. B, the right hand, he'll see it better.
He'll see the right better, exactly.
I don't think Witter should be fighting southpaw at all.
Single shots from Witter, not much of a round for either guy. Oh, he tried to just jump him there. Half minute to go in the 8th. This is a title fight scheduled for 12. The American Timothy Bradley, first time as a pro fighting outside his native California, is hanging tough with the champion Junior Witter of Bradford, England. Nick Charles, Steve Farhood, ringside in Nottingham, England. Hope you're enjoying this special Saturday Night Show box. Bradley more rough tactics. He just feels he's the stronger guy. Witter's got to outbox him and start sweeping rounds, Steve.
Yeah. Simon, we did bring it, right? Vaseline, Simon's thing. I've got it there, I've got it there. Give me a bucket.
Junior Witter marked under the right eye. We're going to show you now why. Throughout this fight, Tim Bradley has been warned by referee Baravecchio about butting. Here you see why.
Oh, yeah.
That's round 2. Now we're going to see round 4. Well, that's a butt to the chest. You don't see that too often. But clearly Bradley leading with his head. And Witter very uncomfortable there. The referee warned him there. That was round 6. Is Bradley on the verge of losing a point? That is the question.
Boy, that's solid camera.
He's lost 2 points out of the all 5. You understand? Right, let's...
Steve, what advice would you be giving the champion right now?
Wow, that's a good question, Nick, because I think he's in a very unaccustomed position of having to make something happen. That's not usually the way it is with Junior Witter. Again, he's a master of pace and distance, and right now the momentum is all Tim Bradley. Even if the cards are very close, I have it very, very close. Bradley ahead 1 point.
Do you sense he wants to keep things at this fairly, well, less than hectic pace, I should say?
Yes. I don't know if he's capable of fighting any other way.
And Steve, once again, Spain, Italy, and Belgium are the judges here. But what about the adage, cliche or not? You got to beat the champion. You got to carry him off on a shield to win the title on the champion's home ground.
Nick, I hate that thinking. I don't think it's fair.
It's not
true.
fair. We know it's not fair.
But so many people say you have to take the title from the champion. When the bell rings, there is no champion and no challenger in the round. If you nip a guy, you deserve the round 10-9. I don't care which guy's the champion.
Yeah, and each round, I mean, obviously you turn in the cards after the first, second, third, and so forth. So you all of a sudden can't stop loading it in favor of the hometown guy.
Hey, if Junior Witter loses this fight by 1 point, it's his own fault. He does not fight at a fast pace.
Bradley fighting. He's got respect for the champion, but it looks like the champion's confidence is draining a little bit. He's just not able to figure out the challenger. Not time those rushes well enough. Not catch him on a switch. Or with a switch. Right there, Bradley just keeps punching, so he's ramped it up.
With the minimum amount of punches landed by each guy, the margin for error for each guy becomes much, much smaller. Bradley cashed in with the big shot. Really the only difference in the fight right now.
Well, Bradley, we know, hasn't been down. We've seen a lot of his fights. Witter has knockdown power. We know that. He put away Vivian Harris in 7 in his last fight. A little defense out of Bradley, not just these rushes forward.
Well, they've gone back to the pace that was in play before the knockdown. It's sloppy again. Witter certainly being negative, doesn't want to mix.
Witter in the fight of his champion life anyway.
I gave Witter 4 out of the first 5 rounds, and as much because of his jab as anything else. Have not seen that punch. Witter really looks older now. He looks slower, and he looks a little weaker too.
He does.
Nothing on that jab he just threw.
I certainly don't see confidence from the champion here. And the momentum clearly, in terms of the mental games, belonging to Bradley, but he's got to watch out here. Now he's letting his hands go. Here comes Bradley right in the champion's face again, walking him down.
Okay, come on. Here, Coach. Take a deep breath. I want you to recover. Okay, we got 2 more rounds. We got 3 more rounds, baby. Okay, in these 3 rounds, I want you to be careful. Okay, when you're going in there, be careful. Okay? I'm going inside. Hey, to me. Hey, try to put your punches underneath his defense, okay? Right here. I want you to break them down. You got 3 more rounds. I want you to start breaking them down more, okay? Hey, go to the body. Make him think you're going to the body and pop up with the right again. Okay. Hey, you can do it. He's dead tired. He's trying to survive now. Okay, let's go.
It's like he's doing more work, right? All he's trying to do is pinch a few points.
Punch off, yeah. Throw him straight. Throw straight. And keep your head down. Keep your head down.
Right.
Don't drop your hands. Hold your hands close and back.
It sticks you right when you sit orthodox. Come on. 3 rounds straight. Come on.
They want Witter to get a lot busier, not drop his hands, let his hands go. As for Joel Diaz's instruction to Timothy Bradley, go to the body now, take those legs away even more, and sucker him for that overhand right again. So go down low, let him drop his hands, and then crash through with that right hand.
Early on, I was critical of Bradley maybe for being too patient. The positive, though, he wasn't uptight. You'd think he would be, given this moment. He didn't burn a lot of energy from tension, and as a result, now in round 10, he looks reasonably fresh.
That's a great point, Steve. And, you know, as you said, confidence never looked shaken. He wasn't deer in the headlights type of thing. Hey, that get swept up in the moment. But he was cautious. He had obviously felt Witter's punches and said, this guy's not hurting me. It's not threatening me enough. And as long as I'm careful and put something together offensively, I could hang with him and maybe beat him. In the 10th, nice shot from Bradley lands, and the champion now chin in the air trying to run away from that pressure. Oh, a low blow there. Referee didn't catch it. That was a low blow from Witter. He's low again with that left hand.
Boy, Tim Bradley.
Now he's warned by the referee.
Halfway through this fight, Bradley discovered the left hook.
Yeah, and now the jab a little bit. So Bradley going after Witter. Man, Witter looks...
Nick, I think he looks old.
Like he's starting to fall apart.
There is nothing
I don't want
on
to
his
say it
punches.
too soon.
But there's nothing on his punches. No power whatsoever.
Again, a 34-year-old, 140-pound champion. You don't see that very often. These little guys to last that long and be this effective. And Witter, I thought right now, was at the top of his game going into this fight.
We don't know how this is going to turn out because the judges could do whatever they do. But let's remind everybody that Tim Bradley has never fought a contender, much less a champion before. He's on the road, and he's fighting, at worst, the second best 140-pounder in the world. And he's in this fight, and on my card, he's winning.
Yeah, right hand just landed. Quantum leap for Bradley. He's unfazed. And again, Steve, be honest, we were critical of that strategy. What are you giving this guy too much respect? Why be too cautious? I don't say he's, well, maybe he is slowly cracking that egg and breaking down the champion. Oh, Witter's chin's in the air there. He's holding on. He looks a little gassed, you're right.
And mark my words, after this fight, if Junior Witter loses, one of the things he will complain about is Tim Bradley's head. No doubt. And he'll be right.
Right hand from Bradley just missed.
Nice left hook to the body by Bradley.
He's roughing him up. He's just roughing up the champion, showing him no respect.
No doubt who won this round. This was clearly Bradley's round.
How can you say Junior Witter's winning this fight? You know, I don't care where we are. We could be literally in his backyard. 2 to go.
Come on, hey, Timmy, this guy's losing his title. You know what he can do? Hey, his promoter is so desperate for him to do something he can't do shit no more. Let's go. Let's put the work in there. You can do it.
Right, they got
Come on,
there.
recover, baby, recover.
I need you to rinse. He's not going southpaw no more, if you notice, right?
Hey,
He's not
his
going.
hands not out here no more. Right here.
Yep.
Can't move, dude. This is all you. I just want you to keep your pace.
Action from round 10. A good one for Tim Bradley. Wow, that left hook landed flush. He doubles it up. But the first one landed that was way more powerful and more effective and cleaner than anything Junior Witter landed. You know what? I don't think that was low. I think the referee called it right. Bradley was a little bent over as he came in. That's why it looked low. But that was a clean left hand to the body by Junior
We
Witter.
need these rounds.
We need this round, baby.
We need these rounds.
What's going through Junior Witter's mind right now, Nick? That is the question. Does he feel the urgency where he has to do something different and try to make the fight?
Steve, I don't want to disparage the challenger in the least, but why is Witter, I'm as befuddled as a lot of people, I think. Why is he having so much difficulty doing anything?
It's mentality. This is the way he fights. He doesn't fight 3 minutes around. He waits and waits for openings that aren't always there. Tries to land the perfect power shot. What happened to the jab? 11 rounds or more. Tim Bradley, he doesn't look like he's never gone 12. He looks pretty fresh.
Oh, does he ever?
Junior Witter, with the championship experience, of course, has been there 5 times.
Witter hanging on, looking to the referee. It's not a way to hold on to your title. You got to start putting punches together. And Witter has had one combination, meaningful combination in this fight. Here's Bradley just walking in.
To a lesser extent, Nick, but what this fight reminds me of a little bit is when Nassim Hamed fought Marco Antonio Barrera. Again, Hamed trained by the Ingles. Hamed, an awkward fighter who made it work for him. It's not working for Bradley now. It's a negative.
Bradley with that overhand right. Crowd gets riled as Junior Witter tries to come back with something. But he looks sloppy and seriously out of sync. Steve, you know, it's just the rough stuff from Bradley at this point. I don't think he's that elusive. I don't think he's that tricky.
The rough stuff indeed. He landed another big right with Witter's chin way in the air.
You know, with a round to go or so, you just reverse the table and say, what if Bradley's the champion and you're fighting in the United States? You know, Witter would be hopelessly behind by everybody's count.
No doubt.
Oh, blood, left corner, corner of the left eye now. Witter could have been a headbutt. We didn't see him. Saw one good right hand, but that was almost a minute ago by Bradley. So was that a headbutt? Witter, I don't know if he feels the blood, but he's not showing that lead left side anymore. He's southpaw. Hands are low. He's doing nothing. Nothing. Now trying to go to the body of Bradley. He's trying everything, Steve. Not really on the attack by any means, but probing. Running out of clock, perhaps. Just over a round to go in this title fight on Showbox. Oh. Right hand for Bradley.
Bradley saw Witter lining up a big
and
shot. Yeah, exactly. He timed him perfectly.
Witter trying to go to the body. Now the exchange. And Bradley caught him on the way out.
Look at the body language. I mean, Witter slumps on his stool, and Bradley's looking out into the crowd, smiling. You get a little water on Nick Charles' nice purple tie.
Hey, water, it's better than that blood mixed with water.
Come on.
Deep breathe, deep breathe. Right up. Right up. Come on.
Right up, right up.
Come on. Come on, right up. You got to move straight.
Okay. Action from round 11. Little Witter, Bradley popped in his left hand, and we believe that's when Witter got cut over the left eye. You see him walking away. He felt the blood.
Deep breathe through. Deep right. Spit it out. Spit it out. Come on. Spit. Drink. Right. Pull his shots right out, Dad. Pull his shots out. Don't deep breathe in.
Come on, deep breathe. Take it to his ass, dude. Keep the defense tight. Go get him. This is last 3 minutes.
Be careful.
All right. Be careful.
Don't change it up. All right. So we got to arch it up.
Steve, round to go. How do you have it?
What a moment for Tim Bradley. I have him up 106-102. This is a fighter who I had losing for the first 5 rounds. It all turned with that knockdown punch in the sixth.
I can't give the champion a round in the second half of this fight. Nice left hand from Bradley. He's out to take a title, a world title, here on Showbox. Bradley moving forward. His guard is up. Witter trying to counter him there. Bradley walking in, zeroing in, trying to load up on that right hand. Maybe set it up would be a better idea. He did it there, missing with the left. He flashes the right to the body, tries to come back with a hook. Steve, I think I've seen maybe 1 3-punch combination from either guy. Yeah, it's an intelligent chess match, not a boring one from Bradley. He's fought a near-perfect fight in that sense.
Never lost his focus, too. You know, in a very real sense, Nick, this fight could have been in Cleveland, Ohio. I mean, there's been nothing about it that would lend you to believe that Witter had a home court advantage.
Well, they've taken Bradley's certainly taken the crowd out of the fight, if they were ever in it. A lot of posing as the champion trying to set up something. He's got 1:40 to maybe save his career, Steve.
No sense of urgency from Witter at all.
Bradley walking him down again.
Nick, I'm going to read you 6 names real quick. Marvin Hagler, Carlos Palomino, Oliver McCall, Jeff Lampkin, Joey Maxim, Glenn Johnson. 6 guys, what they have in common, American fighters who won world titles in England. Is Tim Bradley going to be another name on that list? Looks like it.
Looking good for him. Bradley overhand right's been his best punch. I really haven't seen a hook from him land with any regularity. A little blood again on Witter's left eye. A minute to go in this title fight. Will Witter retain, defend, or will Bradley be the new WBC super lightweight champion? It's Bradley punching first, punching last.
Tell you this, if Junior Witter gets this decision, I don't see how that can happen. If he does, I bet you he's booed in his own country.
I'm with you. I don't think it's going to happen, Steve. I can't say no way about anything. But Timothy Bradley, in my opinion, convincing winner here. Oh, missed on that one, but Witter just walked in. Chin up in the air, hands down.
And Nick, you said you have to take the title from the champion. Well, if that's your criteria, over the second half of the fight, he took it.
He took it, baby. Oh, the boos are out already. Again, the judges are Franco Ciminali of Italy, 27 title fights. Omar Minton of Mexico, 35 title fights, including Tyson Bruno. Daniel Vanderveel just did Moscow Peter, Chavez Oscar De La Hoya, Castillo Corrales 1. Very experienced team of judges. Whoa, what a long wait.
I have 116, 111.
They don't know nothing about Jesus.
I think a longer wait for the Junior Witter. Is this man moments away from the world title? And this guy moments away from being a challenger.
The only striking moment of this fight, end of round 6. Witter comfortably ahead on my card, at least through 5. This comes with about 20 seconds left in the 6th. Big overhand right, maybe because it was started from so low and was an overhand punch. Witter didn't see it. He's very good at turning away from punches. He didn't turn away from this one.
Steve, it pays to be short sometimes, doesn't it?
There you go. And we say, throw straight punches. Shortest distance between 2 points, a straight line. Well, if Tim Bradley threw that punch straight, he wouldn't have landed it, so.
Timothy Bradley's on his knees now, crying. Now he's up, posing for photographers, and there's a huge crowd around him. People at ringside, people in this audience in Nottingham, this sold-out audience sense a new world champion. Now Witter with a show of regard for Tim Bradley.
Think there's tension here regarding the, not for you and me, but what about the rest of the crowd?
Steve, I think they know.
Nick, going into this fight, junior welterweight division, not as strong as it used to be, but still pretty strong with Ricky Hatton on top. And look who's number 2. That's what Tim Bradley was fighting for.
Steve,
Kendall Holt, number 6. We're going to see him challenge Ricardo Torres on Showbox in July.
Big hitter.
Yeah, it's an interesting division because it's lost a lot of its big stars. They've moved to welterweight. Maybe there's room for Tim Bradley to step in. Paulie Malignaggi, another exciting young fighter. He'll be hopefully fighting Ricky Hatton if he wins one more fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we have a split decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Franco Ciminale, scores about 115 to 112 in favor of Junior Witter. Judge at ringside, Daniel Vanderweel, scores about 115 to 113 in favor of Timothy Bradley. And judge at ringside, Omar Mintun, scores the bout 114 to 113 in favor of the winner and new champion, Timothy Bradley.
Justice prevailed here in Nottingham. Split decision, razor-thin margin. It really doesn't matter. That man's going home with a title.
And he should be crying tears of joy, Nick. You know how difficult it is to win a world title on the road to begin with, and then to do it with a little bit of experience Timothy Bradley has. Absolutely amazing. Clear candidate for upset of the year.
Well, I'm delighted. As a boxing commentator, Steve, delighted to see that, in my strong opinion, justice prevailed here.
By 1 point.
He didn't get robbed. New champion. Here we see the new champion. Steve, you talked about Americans who came overseas, came back with belts. Put Bradley in context. This win, where he is, where he's going.
And Tim Bradley, Nick, if I gave you, I mean, we took a look at my top 10 in the junior welterweight division. You didn't see the name Tim Bradley. If I had gone to 20, somewhere between 15 and 20, you would have probably seen Tim Bradley. Again, this fight happened for one reason. The WBC, in my opinion, unfairly rated Tim Bradley number 1 at 140 pounds. He was the mandatory challenger. That's why he got this fight. Both sides admitted the fight never would have happened if he was not the mandatory. Well, maybe the WBC got it right for the wrong reason, because he came in here and with a little bit of experience he had, having never fought a world-class fighter. And he comes in here and wins. It was ugly at times. Right now, that doesn't matter to Tim Bradley. He's a world champion at 140 pounds.
And we'll be talking with him shortly here on the biggest night of his boxing life here in Nottingham, England. But in the meantime, we're here in Nottingham, England. We've got a new WBC super lightweight champion, and our Steve Farhood's with him now.
Tim, the judges gave you the fight by 1 point, but when you climbed the ring ropes there after the decision, you heard applause from the British fans.
Yes, sir.
That tells you who won the fight, doesn't it?
Yes, sir. That tells me a lot that I won the fight, man. First of all, I want to thank Jesus Christ for making all this possible. You know, he kept his promise, you know, and I just stayed and prayed and kept my faith, you know, through the whole thing, you know, like I always do, man, and Jesus just gave me the win. He gave me the victory. This win here is for God, for all the blood, sweat, and tears he did for us, man, you know, and dying for all of our sins. But, yeah, definitely I heard heard the fans give me a cheer. You know, I came out. You know, it was a little rusty. You know, but I felt good in there. I caught him with an overhand right, the punch that my dad said that I was gonna knock him out with, and you know, it floored him. I couldn't finish him because he's still a dangerous guy, man, because he has power in both hands. You know, and if I got reckless in there, he probably would have caught me and put me down. So, you know, I got a little reckless a little bit, but then I slowed down.
Well, let's talk about that overhand right, because clearly I had him winning 4 of the first 5 rounds. I didn't think you were busy enough. I was critical that you were a little too patient.
Yeah.
Was your plan to remain patient? And why all of a sudden did you throw an overhand right instead of a straight right? Because if you threw that punch straight, you probably wouldn't have landed it.
Right. Well, you know what? He always pulls back. I noticed in the videos, he always pulls back with his chin up in the air. So I figured I'll come straight because they was expecting a straight right hand because they watch my videos and I throw a lot of straight right hands and knock my opponents down or knock them out with. So it was a punch that I worked on. I kind of made it up. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to let him float over to his left side a little bit and then go low because I kept jabbing to the body to set him up top. And I just looped it, man, and I caught him. Caught him with a perfect punch, man, and floored him.
Tim, I had you win in this fight by 5 points, even with that slow start you had. The judges obviously saw it different. You won by 1 point. As the fight was progressing and you were in the late rounds, was it at all in the back of your mind, I'm fighting in England, I have to do something spectacular again in order to get this decision?
Yeah, you know what? Like I told you before, I always want to win the rounds, every round. I try to win every round. I knew the first 4 rounds were going to be hard because I was going to be his strongest. I knew because I watched the video, but I seen him fade by the 6th, 7th round. I seen him fade, and I was like, this fight is mine because I start coming on around the later rounds. I start coming on, bringing more pressure, more combinations when they start fading. So I knew it was the plan. I knew the first 5 rounds, like I told you when I talked to you, the first 5 rounds is going to be tough. But then after that, I'm going to start coming on and bringing the pressure on him. And that's what I did tonight.
Tim, I saw you 3:30 in the morning last night in the hotel. You were having trouble sleeping. I was having trouble sleeping. You said you wanted this to be over with. Well, it's over with now, and you're going home with the championship belt. Just describe your feelings for me.
You know what? It's unbelievable. You know, it's something that I wanted my whole life. You know, and I pray to God every single day of my life, man, training, you know, to get me to this point, you know, just get me to the other side. And he kept his promise. The Lord is real. And you know what? And he's alive, and he's in me right now.
Tim Bradley, the new WBC super lightweight champion.
Told you, baby.
A composite picture of composure and class. He's California's Tim Bradley. He is new WBC champion of the world.